It's Bourbon Night, Patreon only, live. Hello.
You don't have to say I'm Chad, I don't think.
I'm Sarah.
Well, that's fine. You can say that too. Oh my goodness.
How is everyone doing? We're here on the Uncorking set.
We are.
Yeah.
I like this for patron lives. It feels like
It feels right?
the old home. You know?
Yeah.
Well, it's not exactly where it all started. Chad, shh. Quit.
You'll have to go through the back end, Sarah.
Oh, okay, that's right. I forgot.
This is unlisted.
Just trying to make sure I get to the comments over here so I can read them too, because I can't read those over there.
Yeah. Well, this is where we're going to be doing our Madness.
Ooh, yes, that's
tasting
coming up at 10.
At 10.
10 our time. That would be Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. So this way, figured this is a stage where we have tasted many a thing over about 5 years almost now.
That's true.
So I feel like this is where we needed to be. I mean, the library is great, but
I do feel the most comfortable.
Right?
Like
That's
when
what
we do Uncorkings, I
thinking.
feel like I give pretty good notes here.
Yeah.
I was very careful when I was getting ready. Like I tried not to use too many like scented things, like no
Right.
perfume or
And I
no
just
scented lip stuff. I don't really use that stuff
stopped
anyways.
showering a couple days ago.
Chad's been...
And so now I'm really familiar with my own musk.
That's gross. And it's not true. He's
But that's what
lying.
you're supposed to do when you want to
That's
reset
disgusting.
your palate.
That's gross. Oh, smell your elbow?
Smell your elbow.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like not showering and stuff.
No.
I'm like, okay, that's when we're taking it a little too far.
The smelling of the elbow. Yeah. So, yeah. What we got going on in the chat? How many people we got in here? We got 24 right now.
We got 24.
There we go.
And they're chatting.
Good. Everyone's saying hi to each other.
How sweet. Isn't
That's
it just
great.
like seeing all your friends?
Yeah.
I wish we were really all together. That would be nice.
Through the back end?
What?
I said you have to go through the back.
Oh, no.
You have to go through the back
The back
end
end of YouTube.
Of YouTube.
The creator studio, if you will. Goodness gracious.
Oh, my God.
John Wadsworth's
Where
in
did
the
we
chat,
go
and I don't know
wrong?
if he watched our cocktail video today, but the bottle that he so kindly gifted us of the Elijah Craig Small Batch made an appearance in that cocktail.
That's right.
And it was tasty.
It was tasty.
Not that we only are going to use it for cocktails, John. Calm down.
No, we tried it neat, of course, and it's very tasty.
Yes.
That way
And
as
we
well.
were like, you know what? Yeah. Also, we have like a lot of other picks hanging around, but they're like down here, so
Down there or lower.
we could have used them for the video, and it would have been great reason to like, solve the problem of leaving bottles open at that low for too long. But those don't make for as pretty of
They don't
shot.
photograph.
They don't photograph
as well. That's true.
So.
Yeah. So, speaking of Elijah Craig, we are going to taste through our new pick, which will go on sale tomorrow.
Oh no, Chad! I've just realized
What have you realized?
that I don't have an extra glass. Which is fine.
Well,
It's okay.
you see that bar cart right here?
You're gonna get me one?
Beep, beep. Yes.
You're closer. It's
going-
easier on
I'm
you.
going to get you one.
Thank you. You're so
I
kind.
felt a dog behind me, but
I think she's gone. She's gone away.
she's gone.
Let's see. John wants to know, is there going to be a live cast or podcast from Whiskey Weekend last weekend? That's a great question. I know that the guys recorded, the podcast guys recorded their It's Bourbon Barn Night episode. I would assume that they're planning on putting that out. As long as the audio, it was a little loud in there, but I think it should be fine.
Yeah, I think she's fine.
So that's the plan. We didn't record a podcast or an episode, but we do have footage of the presentation we did. I don't know.
Which is sort of like an episode.
I guess it could be an episode.
I'm still waiting on the download link from Grease actually to get that footage that was shot. But
He's had a lot going on this week, but
yeah, but I'd like to put that out
I
at
think
least
it would be
to
fun.
Patreon.
Well, yeah, to let them know, like, in the future, I think we're going to try to do stuff more like what we did last weekend at events. So it will kind of give you a taste of what to expect, which I think would be fun. But we don't want to give away all the fun.
No,
We want
no.
some surprises,
Yes.
so.
Yes, indeed. Well, we can't do the same show. I mean, we gotta mix it up.
Well,
A
we
little.
can do the exact same
Not the
show.
exact same, but very, 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 very similar.
Matt Rainey said, I'm having a New Orleans Bourbon Fest Four Roses pick.
Mm.
Barrel strength OESQ. That sounds
It
delicious.
does.
And then he'll say he's going to switch after that to an Elijah Craig pick to
There
be
we go.
closer. Speaking of New Orleans Bourbon Festival, I think we're supposed to do more investigating this coming week to figure out what the plan is for that. Because we were supposed to go in 2020. Obviously, that didn't happen, but we're not sure what the plan is for this year. So we're going to find out.
All right,
And
let's
by
get this-
investigating, I just mean a phone call.
Let's get this poured.
Okay.
This will also be a good, like, stretching exercise.
Stretching. Very nice.
For our madness.
Michelle said that cocktail sounds yummy. I really like it a lot. And I had a friend come over at lunch today after I was done taking pictures of it, a neighbor, and she tried it and she was like, I don't even like grapefruit juice, and I really like that. It's almost like the bourbon and the honey totally transform the grapefruit juice. It's like, I don't know, it's really good. I like it a lot.
It's
But
life-changing.
You gotta watch out, because the bourbon blends in really well. And by that I don't mean that it loses its characteristics, but I don't think there's a lot of harshness in there. So they're easy to drink, and there's 2 ounces of bourbon in there.
Yeah.
They'll hit you pretty quick, so you just gotta be, just a warning.
Yeah. So Tim is asking, so this is an Elijah Craig pick considered a single barrel pick? Yes.
The reason why we're here.
It is proof down to 94. So this is a single barrel. So we went to Heaven Hill.
We did.
We were told, this was back in February, I think.
February or January?
January or
It
February.
was very cold.
We were told that we were going to, well, first we were told we were going to pick in like a tent out there.
Outside, and I was not.
Then we were
excited about
told,
that.
there's no tent, you're just going to pick in the warehouse, like normal.
And we were like, okay.
Cool. Awesome. That's why we want to do it. And we get there and they're like, it's too cold to pick in the warehouse. Like, you're not, like, you know, you're going to be so cold your nose is running, and that's not going to help, you know, nosy notes.
Which is, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's just something about doing a pick in a warehouse
Yeah.
that, like, in a rick house that makes it feel, it's a very authentic part of the experience. And so when we're just sitting in the tasting room, it's not the same. We wanted the full Heaven Hill pick experience, and we didn't get it.
Yeah.
So what do we say, Chad?
Life is unfair.
That's
or
true.
excuse me, life is unfair.
So at the time, we were like on a huge Malcolm in the Middle kick. It's on Hulu. I mean, I remember watching it, you know, I won't say when I was a kid, but I don't know how old I was.
Couple
But,
years ago.
I mean, through my adolescence and teen years,
Mm-hmm.
remember watching it, and I loved it, and we were just like, it was cold out, and we were like, what are we going to do? I guess we'll just watch this. It's almost like comfort TV, right? Just watching something you've seen before. And so we got really into it. We were kind of like binging it a little bit. So whenever it turned out that we finally got the Heaven Hill pick and we couldn't pick in the warehouse, it just kind of, you know, popped in our heads.
And it was also, we were given three samples of 3 different single barrels, and unanimously, which was Sarah, myself, and one other gentleman who was also picking a barrel, agreed that bourbon B or sample B was the best, and that was the bourbon in the middle. So we're like, bourbon in the middle, it completely makes sense. And that's how we love pick names to come.
Right.
Organically.
Yeah, and I can never pick a name before we go into it. Like, the name presents itself to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one we had to
It
think.
will reveal itself.
It revealed itself. It took a little bit more thinking, but we got there. So
Oh, look at this. Ian is making your...
I saw that. I'm very excited. I hope you like it. Man, now I want that pie.
Yeah. Well, shall we?
I suppose we shall. Very excited about this one.
So here, speaking of...
You gonna show it to him?
There it is.
That's the label.
Yep.
So if you're familiar with the cover of, you know, like the intro of the show, that's what it
That's what it is.
looks like.
Yeah.
So we just kind of did it
Yep.
for fun. It was fun. The pie recipe, Craig, is a video I think there should be a playlist. It's probably under the
Yeah.
bar mat, right?
No, I think there's a separate Eat More Bourbon
Eat More Bourbon.
playlist.
And there's
our
a
channel.
video in there. Ian said the meringue was tough. The meringue is so tricky.
Meringue's
I feel
always
like
tough.
meringue is just something that you can read recipes and you can make it, but it's one of those things you just have to do it and learn
Yeah.
trial and error, right?
Oh, John is saying that their pick was the second of 3 as well. Bourbon in the middle. There you go.
So please don't judge me. For 2 reasons, I'm going to be spitting this evening. One is because I want to keep my palate and my senses and my brain intact for this Matt Madness thing
And I don't.
later. And 2, we had a lot of whiskey this weekend. It was amazing. But I need a little break.
Sure.
You know, there's such a thing. Is there too much of a good thing? I don't know. Anywho.
That's what they say.
Pardon me.
It's just reverse drinking. Oh, yeah. There it is.
And there's that like little bit of Heaven Hill nuttiness.
Yeah. And
Where are them tasting notes at?
sort of a dark cocoa.
I kind of want to read the notes that we already developed.
So if you go to our email.
Yes, I know. I can go and find those there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, Michael Hobgood said, anyone trying to get a taste of the 1970 Old Fitzgerald at Justin's this weekend? That's right. They're opening that for
yeah.
Derby, I think.
Maybe.
Maybe. See what
Maybe.
else is on the docket for this weekend. That sounds really good. I mean, well, I can't. I mean, I could, but
Yeah.
I literally just said.
You just take an empty water bottle and you spit in it like people who dip.
All right. Would you like to read it? Because this is your poetry.
Sure.
I feel like Chad will do a better.
This is the notes that we took. Sometimes it's easier when you're not on camera to really get some nice notes.
Which is bad news for me for this evening.
Right? So we said,
You
said, poetrized. The nose reveals milk chocolate with pockets of lemon zest, lightly roasted almonds, and earthy tones. The palate shows a little fresh ginger that gives way to a bit of pepper. The soft mouthfeel gives subtle flavors with hints of cereal and milk duds on the finish.
Oh yeah, milk duds. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. But I do get more Heaven Hill nuttiness. Like, it's crazy how things can change a little bit.
And it's opened up.
It's opened up a little.
This is the same bottle that we took those tasting notes from, so it has opened up a little bit since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that it is a like a dark milk chocolate.
And pockets of lemon zest.
Pockets of lemon. Yeah, I mean it's got little pops of citrus in there.
So nice.
No, Bullet is not made at Buffalo Trace any longer. It was very originally, but it's Four Roses currently.
I love how much flavor Elijah Craig maintains at 94 proof. It's like such a good utility bottle.
Yeah.
You can drink it neat. You can put it over a cube of ice. If you have someone in your house or a guest that likes cocktails, like it's not at a price point where it's upsetting to see it be put in a cocktail. Oh, hi, Clifton. Did you come to Smack Talk Chad?
You got a lot of nerve showing your avatar in here.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of nerve.
You be nice to him.
I'm through with being nice to him. I've been nice to him
When have you been nice to him?
all through this journey.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Not speaking is not counted as being nice, okay? Well,
I held back for
Hi,
so long,
Clifton.
but now
You know what?
the gloves are off.
I'll just be proud of whoever wins. I just want to I'm like the one who's like, I just hope we all have fun.
I hope we all get a participation ribbon.
No, I just have fun. Oh, bourbon by Clifton says, pockets of lemon zest. Crap, I'm screwed tonight with notes like that. To be fair, Clifton, those notes we probably sat with this for like 20 minutes. So there was no clock. no
Yeah.
eyeballs watching us.
Yeah.
And we got to talk about it back and forth and really dig into it and let it sit for a while in the glass. We won't have that opportunity this evening, so
No.
I don't think you should be worried.
Because usually my method for notes, like on uncorking, is, oh, Sarah, what
What
is
kind of
that?
steak is that?
Is that like
that a steak?
Is that a peach or a plum? And then you're like, I'm getting more plum. I'm like, yeah, it's plum. So, that's not going to be able to happen tonight. So I'm screwed. But I still got some trash talk in my pocket for when we go live.
Oh, I
Just
have
let you know,
zero.
Clifton, prepare yourself. It's going to be like a roast.
I will not trash. Well, I might. It depends. I don't intend to trash talk Perry. He's my little baby Pear Bear.
You're just the mama bear.
can't.
You're the mama bear, and he's the pear bear.
If he wins, I'll be so proud.
What if he starts bringing the trash talk first?
Well, sometimes people just need what they need.
You're not gonna.
I might. A little. I won't really mean it. Devin said that steak is country ham, and then isn't that the truth? It's either like a dry rub barbecue, a steak and pepper,
Sometimes.
or it's a country ham or bacon. He smells what he smells.
I smell what I smell what I smell. I like that, Chad the Note Perkins.
Okay, so real quick. I mean, not real quick, because that's why we're here tonight, right? We are here
Yes.
to talk about, going live tonight at 10 with ADHD Whiskey and Bourbon Bites, and this is my bourbon podcast. But we're also here to tell you more about this bottle.
Right.
So, this bottle, I believe the yield was, what? Roughly 200?
A little over.
200, give or take.
Yeah, let's say 200 to be
Right.
safe. Yeah. Because,
So what I said.
We're hoarding some bottles.
So what I said.
Yes, what
Yeah.
you said.
Okay. And so this will be available. We will be sending out an email, not a Patreon post. Now, I think that we should post an email not post. Goodness gracious, I'm not even drinking. Make a Patreon post, letting people know when the email for their group, for their tier goes out, so you guys know to look for it.
Yes.
But we will be sending out an email, not tonight.
Starting tomorrow, right?
Starting tomorrow.
To our first tier.
Right. And then they'll get a window of time it'll be a private link in the email. You'll click it. It'll take you to sharedpour.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can purchase the bottle there. We've linked in the email, we'll link their shipping information, which your state just has to allow alcohol shipments in order for it to work. But I think it's like most states.
I think it is most states.
So that's good because, that system is going to be way better than the way we've been
Way
doing it.
faster.
Way faster, way easier, better for everyone.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you'll get the opportunity, and then after the designated time period, it'll be released to the next year, and the next year, and the next year, until it sells out, or if it doesn't sell out, it'll go public at that point, I guess. But we have over 500 patrons, and there's about 200 bottles, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it just depends on how much you guys want it.
Yeah,
I mean, I have faith in you guys.
Yeah.
No pressure, but I also feel like we haven't had a barrel pick make it outside of Patreon yet, let alone even make it all the way through to all the tiers. So, but this is one of our higher yields. So.
Yeah, and that might end up happening on the new riff. We're still, we're definitely over halfway, more like down to the last third, but we're still slowly getting those out. Thanks for your patience. But
yes.
But we are also definitely ramping up our picks. We've talked about having the 2 Lux Row picks, the Rebel and the
Knob Creek Rye? Shh, stop that noise. I don't like it.
Rebel and the
Ezra Brooks.
Ezra Brooks, thank you. Coming in third quarter of this year, we've got a Yellowstone that is now scheduled. We haven't picked that yet, but we're going to be doing a Yellowstone.
Scheduled for late summer to pick
barrel.
it.
We've got the Knob Creek Rye coming. We have the Four-Gate Rye, toasted rye. In the works.
And tentative, but planning to do a Nulu pick.
Mm-hmm.
So
picks are coming. This will definitely be the year of the pick. So for us.
The year of the pick.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Hi, Carl. I hope you're
Hey,
doing
Carl.
well. We were talking about you this weekend. Everyone was saying, oh, I love Carl. Everyone would say, oh, I love Carl. He's the sweetest. Carl's the best. Remember that time he lost his phone and his glasses on his own birthday?
Carl, you need to order some Apple AirTags, and you put those
Next
on
time we see him,
your glasses.
I'm going to get one of those things that goes around your glasses so that you can't lose them.
Oh, a croaky?
But like one of those chains with the little beads on them or something.
And it'll have an AirTag on it. So when you lose them, you just... Bing.
And then when you find that, maybe you can use it to find your phone. I don't know how that works. How do those things work?
Yeah, you need the phone to find what the AirTag is on. So if you lose the phone...
I don't know.
I guess you could log into your laptop or iPad or other Apple device to find your phone. I don't know. Luckily, I haven't lost my phone and had to do that.
Tom says Yellowstone pics are so good. Agreed.
Yeah.
We did one recently on a
We did
live,
one on
and we were
live,
like,
yeah, it was a
that's what made us
115
decide.
proof.
We were like,
Way to check it out.
oh, snap. We need to get on this.
Yeah.
And
So that'll be fun, especially if it's with Stephen Fontaine.
Brett says my wallet just sighed. Oh, I'm sorry. No pressure. You don't have to do
No.
anything.
Oh, we can tell you the price.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, if you go back to that link,
What
which
link?
you just had.
Oh, yes. It's on my phone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, the link that he sent us just a few hours ago.
Oh. Got it.
And if you look at that, we can tell you.
I didn't open the email. I don't know.
We can tell you that it's going to be. Yep, $31.99. So $32. That's pre-shipping, I suppose. But
Yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Which non-pics are what? 28 in our area? 27.99, 28,
Yeah.
20. We saw one the other day that was like, yeah, 29.99 I think
Non-single
at
barrels.
Rite Aid. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it's in the appropriate range, which we like. We don't
Yeah.
want to, you know.
So, as far as like making sure if you are wanting to get one of these that you take the appropriate measures, make sure it's Bourbonnight, because it'll still be coming from.
It should come from itsbourbonnight
It's
at
Bourbonnight at
gmail.com.
Gmail. So make sure that's on your safe list. It's part of your safe word. Make sure it doesn't go to your junk folder, or
Right,
spam.
because it'll be like a MailChimp email format, and so sometimes emails are like, wait a minute, this looks like spam.
Yeah.
But
So
like I said, we'll try to do Patreon posts for each tier, letting you know, like, hey, we just sent out emails. You should receive the email within, you know, generally emails roll out within like 30 minutes to an hour from when you hit send. Like, you guys should have received it. If you didn't, let us know, or like check your spam.
Yeah.
And we'll figure it out. Because if you didn't receive it, we can always send you a Patreon message with the link. Not ideal, because I don't know how many people will be messaging, and I don't want to miss anything. So best to just,
well, and also we can't via Patreon. They cracked down on that.
well, we could always email it.
Yes, that's why we have to email.
Right.
We can't post the link in Patreon directly to get this bottle. It's just against their rules
regulations.
now. So that's why it's going to be an email blast instead of just posting a thing that can only be seen by your tier. But so we'll send it out to our top tier first. A period of time will go by to give them time. Then our second tier, and we will, as you said, post on Patreon saying, hey, just sent out the emails for this tier. So you can go check, and it'll just go down in tiers, all the way down.
Yeah.
And that's how it'll work.
And that's how it goes.
Yep.
So we shall see. So see how far it makes it.
Bottle limit for each tier. I think it will be one bottle per except the top tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are soft details.
Those are soft details.
Not 100% finalized yet,
Yeah.
but we believe that's the case. But yeah.
Just so we can make sure everyone gets one. And then if it happens to go all the way through all the tiers and there's still bottles, then, everyone...
Right, before we would open it up to the public or anything, we would say, like, hey, if anyone wants another one.
Another one.
Right, we would rather everyone in Patreon get as many as they want before anyone... I mean, we love our audience, all of our audience, but like,
but especially
you guys are our crew,
Yeah.
Right? We got to take care of you.
Yeah. So we feel like that, that's the fairest way. Do it by the tiers and yeah. So there you go. Now let's talk about tonight. How's that gonna go?
So you're done talking about the thing that we're here to talk about.
No, well, I mean, I really like it.
We'll also post a link to this live because this is an unlisted live, so I know it's in Patreon.
It's on Patreon, so you can always go back.
We'll embed it in the email too, so that you can go check it out in case you missed part, or if you want to like go back and remember Chad's beautiful tasting poem.
Notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting more of the of that spice tonight. It seems to kind of be hanging around on the tongue. 94 proof, it's like legit. It's legit. But still.
Sorry for my grossness. I feel like I'm being really gross. But at the same time, how many master distillers do this?
All of them?
Like all of them. And so I'm like, if they're not gross for doing it, then neither am I. It's not ladylike to spit.
Or is it the most ladylike? What did you guys think of Dixon Dedman leaving Kentucky Owl? You know, it's got to be tough because, like, that is his family's legacy.
Yeah.
He brought it back after it collapsed after Prohibition. We got to get him on camera to tell that story sometime. Because I heard it the first time I ever met Dixon. He was doing, I don't know if you were at this one. It was what do they call that series at OBC? Upstairs in OBC?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he had...
I wasn't there.
You weren't there? Okay. He had, like, Kentucky Owl Batch 2, like bourbon, 2, and...
Oh, that was a long time ago.
3 and 4, I think.
Dang.
And he told the story of how the brand ceased to be. It wasn't just Prohibition. There was some other stuff. I kind of want to save it for him. I think we should try to hook up with him here soon and get that on camera.
I mean, honestly, I'm not mad at any excuse to hang out with Dixon. He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like.
So yeah, it's got to be really tough for him to walk away from a brand that his family brand that he brought back from extinction, but it was sold to Stoli, and
I guess that's a risk you take, you know.
Yeah, and he told us some details at Whiskey Weekend that, you know, I'm sure someone's gonna post, but he said, all right, this is the part that I want to stay off the internet.
Easy.
And then he said it. I'm not going to say it.
Okay. I'm like, don't you do him that way.
But for what he said, I definitely can't fault the man. Like, actually, it's like, wow, my respect for you just went up even more. You know, he's just doing what he feels is right. And
he's just going based off his principles, and I'm sure he had to make a tough decision between that and his family brand, but he made a choice, and I mean, you gotta respect the man for it. I'm sure he's gonna work on something else. He kept alluding to the next big thing that he's working on and stuff, but he wouldn't give us any details, so.
Yeah, you know, it's gonna be like, you know.
If we tried to get him all liquored up and still very tight-lipped.
When Marianne Barnes left Castle and Key, she's doing her own thing, you know, like, when, why can I never remember the Master Distiller of Four Roses? It was before Brent Elliott.
You say that, and then it makes my mind go blank. Because I know, you know, Cream of Kentucky, Jim Rutledge. You say, I like have it in my head, and then you say that, and I'm like, wait, what is it?
When Jim Rutledge left Four Roses, he started his own thing, you know, Cream.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Dave Pickerel and all, you know, all these master distillers.
Yeah.
So it's like there's gonna be a new Dixon thing out there, and I don't think he should have any issue with having his name on it since it was Kentucky Owl, not Dixon Dedman. So
yeah, they don't own him.
Yeah.
He's a man.
Well, but you know, with J.W. Dant right now, they can't put Dant on their bourbon because Heaven Hill owns.
But it's not
J.W.
like the
Dant.
bourbon was called Dixon Dedman's Kentucky Owl.
That's what I was saying. So I mean, his name was on the bottle, but I don't think
if Dixon tried to make another bourbon called, just to use Matt from ADHD Whiskey's Kentucky Howl, it would probably be frowned upon because it's too close and coming from him.
Well,
right?
Even if it didn't come from him,
irregardless,
that would be a lawsuit immediately because, you know, Wilderness Trail used to be Wilderness Trace, and Buffalo Trace said, can't be doing that.
No. Don't give away all the things. This is content.
Okay, fine.
Also, we have things to answer. We've been on a tangent. Anyways.
I was answering.
In summary, we love Dixon, and we're proud of him for doing what's right for him, even at such a personal, probably emotional cost.
Yeah.
Let's see. John asked, will we do a Patreon tasting party? That sounds like fun.
Sure.
With when these are all out and get to people, we'll have to figure out like when they're sold out, what's the delivery timeline, and then give a buffer for a day or two just because mail, and make sure that everybody's got theirs in hand. But yeah, we would love to. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, John. What a good suggestion. And then John and Brian were saying that they're impressed that you can remember any of the details from what Dixon said because it was kind of fuzzy.
Well, what night was that? Was that the night? That wasn't the night.
That was Friday.
That was Friday, yeah. So
right?
I really didn't
Yeah,
have
that was
any
Friday night.
excuse to...
Well, I sat down on the floor and decided I was going to sleep. So.
True. That is true.
It wasn't a pass out. I just sat down and got really tired, and then I said, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
I actually was fine. I just was very tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but it was a good time. What a good weekend. It's like you always say, it's like bourbon camp.
Mm-hmm.
Like summer camp for adults, but there's bourbon.
It is.
And you get to see all your friends, and it's like you go back every summer and you see all your old friends and you make new friends, and it's just nice.
Tickets for Batch 4 go on sale, what is it, May 7th?
8th?
Or 8th or 10th?
I think it's the 8th.
Something like
I
that.
literally just did a story about this. Well, it's all over Instagram. So.
Right. But actually, you guys, our patrons...
May 8th at 10 a.m.
That's for the public.
That's for the public.
You all.
Y'all are not the public.
You get it.
Here's the public. Here's you.
The same time that the podcast's Patreon gets access to it. So all the channels that are involved in Batch 4, their Patreon members get access to those tickets at the same time before the general public.
We like that.
And we're going to be just as involved as this year, if not more.
And I believe the tickets...
Excuse
me. I believe the ticket situation is like you can reserve a ticket. There's like a down payment. So like there's a ticket reservation fee up front, and then the full payment isn't due, I think, until maybe the end of the year or January of 2022.
Yeah.
I believe. Again, I'm not pulling the strings behind this, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's just $50. So if you just went to this past one and you're like, I just spent the money on the tickets to go to that, and then the hotel and all the bourbon that we drank, and you're like, I don't know about that. It's only $50 to reserve your spot for next year. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's really worth it just because some of our
for sure. Just ask anyone who was there
people
this past weekend. And Ray is saying, it's the 7th. Ray, who we met.
Who,
for the
if
first
it wasn't
time.
for that, who knows? Would we have ever met Ray? I like to think so.
Vito, who we met up with, not there, but in Louisville during the time.
So he won't be missing
out a second time. We still squeezed in a nice lunch with he and his wife.
It was more of a happy hour, but it's okay. We did eat. We ate cornbread.
Oh, we did have cornbread. Yeah, it wasn't really lunch. It was more of a happy hour. But
it's okay.
You're right. I had cornbread.
He had cornbread. He was happy, so
we're trapper.
Not worried about those details.
See, Brian Brinicke, highly recommend. So much fun. Yeah. I mean, seriously, just ask anyone who was there. And Tony Joey Bag of Donuts, was there talk of a tasting party for the New Riff duo? Yeah.
Yes, we want to do that.
We're still rolling out them bottles.
So the reason why that one is taking so long is because unlike this bottle, which we did the pick in partnership with Shared Pour, they have, online purchasing and, they can ship.
A fulfillment center.
Right. We don't have those things. So we're one at a time going through the list of requests and taking people's address, messaging them and saying, hey, this is still available, because we got to also keep a count. Again, no fulfillment center. We got to physically count the bottles every couple of days and make sure we're not over-promising any that don't exist.
Yeah.
And then message people, get their shipping costs through UPS, put in their address. It just takes a long time. And then they get back to you, and then you got to process the payment, and then you got to print the stickers and put the label on the box and take it to the post office.
It's a wonder we can get episodes out.
It's a whole thing, which obviously we want to do because we want to get it out to you guys. But for anyone that's like, why in the world is this taking so long? That's why, because we're just not built for that. I know we do merch, but that's all through our online shop, so it's very streamlined. We can't put alcohol on the online shop for obvious reasons.
Right.
So that's why.
And that's why this system is going to be so much better and faster. They won't always be through sharedpour.com, but a lot of them will be. Like our four-gate will be through Sealbach. That'll be the first time working with them. And then we got some other irons in the fire other places. So
just gotta get you guys the most picks. But
but
yeah, we've done the Knob Creek. We've done this one. Very excited to continue that relationship. Yeah, and hopefully, again, you guys won't have to wait as long as if you're just waiting on me and Chad to type out little messages to you.
I mean, if this isn't a testimonial, then what is? It honestly was one of the best weekends of my life, as far as I barely remember.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, I know there was a lot of whiskey and a lot of drinking, but I didn't see anybody who was, like, a mess.
Right.
Like, I never looked over and saw someone asleep in a chair or, like, passed out on the floor or anything and was like, oh, that's a mess. I feel like everyone did a pretty good job. Now, I also didn't stay up until 5 a.m. every morning. The latest I stayed up was 3:30 the first night because we went to the casino. Chad didn't like that. I played craps for like an hour and a half, and I left the table up $50, which for me, it's like, if you can play for that long and not lose any money, you're doing good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had fun.
I hope they ship to Texas too, Carl. I think they do.
I'm not sure. There wasn't a list on their shipping page. It just said, like, whether or not it depends on whether or not your state allows it. So
I know
guess
they ship to more than it seems like some other sites do. I think they've figured some things out. And
yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. Good news.
Yeah, that is good news.
What time are we at? You getting nervous yet, Chad?
Yes, I am nervous. We have our Glencairns sitting back here.
Do you see them lined up?
We just got to put A, B, C, and D on them.
Bust those samples out.
Yeah, like,
make sure we don't.
I don't know what to do. Like, smell some coffee grounds. Like,
I don't know.
I'm second guessing what we had for dinner, if that was the right choice. Like,
it probably wasn't the right choice.
I don't know. But
yeah,
what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
We'll see what happens. It'll be fun, regardless.
Yeah, you can only do your best.
Yeah, that's right.
At the end of the day, at least we're hanging out with friends. Like right now. Wow, there's 45 people on right now just listening to us.
Awesome.
Blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Just chat. Wait, what? Todd says we'll have the Game of Thrones theme song playing as we do it. As you do what? The raised chair.
Raised chair.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, P.S. If you guys are ever in Louisville and you're looking for an awesome spot for brunch and you don't mind taking a beautiful scenic drive that's about 30 minutes outside of Louisville, go to Barn 8. It's on the Hermitage Farm. Oh my gosh. We went there with a group of patrons. Basically, I mean, not everyone, because unfortunately I didn't know the full count of patrons that were going to be at the event, so a few people were missed, and that made me feel really, really bad about myself. But you can only do so much, right? Anyways, we went to brunch there on Sunday, and I didn't think anyone was going to want to go because it was the last day. I was like, everyone's going to want to be, they're going to be hungover. They're not going to want to drive 30 minutes outside of Louisville. But everybody wanted to go. And it's like a 30-minute drive along their riverfront. And
wow, what a beautiful drive.
Beautiful drive. And then it's out on a horse farm, and it's gorgeous, and the food was amazing, and they have an awesome selection behind the bar. Very nice. So, anyways, you can look it up online, but highly recommend if you're in the area. Maybe one day we'll do a blog about it. I struggled to get today's blog out, I'm not going to lie. It was 11 a.m. this morning, and I was like, I'm taking the pictures right now.
Or a meetup.
Oh, yes, a meetup. It's on my list.
You know? Good.
Speaking of, I guess we could talk about that.
Sure,
Do you mind?
Let's talk about it.
Okay. They're just talking about Barn 8 and how much they liked it. So, I liked it so much that I was like, how can I work this into our meetup? So, it looked like, based on the results from the poll that I put out there, that 18 people wanted the last weekend of September, and 20 people wanted the November 11th through the 14th, I think. So I was looking at our calendars, and it just for putting it all together, September is a really busy month for us just because it's Bourbon Heritage Month. I think we have like 2 or 3 festivals in September, and then we have like 2 weeks off, and then we're supposed to go to Austin mid-October. And then there's like other stuff. So that date is looking like it's going to be a little bit more challenging for us. And just based on making some phone calls and stuff, it might not be the best date for availability. Just, again, Bourbon Heritage Month, a lot of travel. So it's looking like it's probably going to be for like a bigger meetup. Probably going to be those November dates. I'm thinking Louisville. Sorry for anyone who was just in Louisville.
But there's other things to do in Louisville.
But we're going to do different things. So I have a little plan. I don't know how much I should share. Should I? I don't know. What do you think?
I think we should share that John Wadsworth doesn't usually eat French toast, but wow.
They like the French toast.
Yeah. I almost said, yeah, I bought that for the table. I didn't. They didn't let me.
You tried, though.
John.
And that's all that matters, right? Yeah. But yeah, like...
It's like, oh, the checks are coming? I gotta go get my camera out of the car. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Make sure
no,
if those checks come. Don't you...
And of course...
I mean, that wasn't my plan, but it did happen that way.
But it did work out that way for you, didn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking instead of a brunch at Bar 8, maybe take a bus out there with, a whole busload of people, however many we can do.
Dinner.
Do dinner and a tasting. I think that would be really fun. Do some tours. I can't decide if we want to do a day trip to Bardstown or like try to rent out Justin's House of Bourbon and do a group tasting there. I think that would be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of opportunities. There's a little secret fun place in the Omni. I was thinking maybe we could spend an evening. I won't tell you any more about that. They'll just Google it. Surprise!
Yeah. But real quick pause on that because Kay Davis said, my new ribs arrived today. I think Chad's is awesome. My wife prefers Sarah's. Both are delicious.
Yay!
Thanks. Yeah.
A household divided.
Yeah. And the thing with the poll about the dates is, I think everyone picked their most ideal date. We're hoping that, some of them were like, well, of these, I prefer this one, but I could potentially go to some people said...
And some people did that.
Yeah, and some people said, I simply cannot I could only do this date or simply can't do this date. So that's always tough, but,
Yeah. I mean, the truth is, unfortunately, it's going to be limited spots anyways, and that's not done on purpose. We want to keep it small so that the people who do come, we can really spend time with, and we'll try to do more. We've moved some life things around to try to have a little bit more time to devote to you guys. So,
yeah.
I would like to do 2 a year at least. So a spring and a fall
And I think we're going to start counting Whiskey Weekend as one of our meetups, basically.
Well, yeah. But I was also thinking potentially maybe we do something even smaller in September. So if we wanted to rent there's a really cool Airbnb in Lexington that's bourbon themed, or we could do Louisville, or we could try to do Bardstown or something and do maybe us and 10 people. So it's a group of 12. Not as crazy trying to get transportation, not as crazy trying to get dinner reservations. And again, a small intimate group with just a little bit more relaxed, more. Because, then we can bring a lot of bottles with a big hotel group. Like if we were to stay at the Omni or something, it can't be La Quinta or whatever it was that we stayed at, the Spring Hill Suites or whatever, where everybody brings bottles to the lobby. They're not going to have that.
Unless someone rents a fat suite
and then
that we could all pile into.
But then you'll get shushed by the
That's true.
security.
Yeah.
So anyways, potentially a very small meetup in late September. Also debating on whether or not to do a Keeneland meetup in October before we go to Austin. I don't know if I want to put that on myself, but maybe. But that would just be, we set up a tent on the hill, we bring bottles, people come, we play games. I don't know. Just chill.
Yeah.
So it's looking like the November dates. More details to come. Tickets will be... Jason figured it out. I think we'll probably do a ticket situation.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Todd.
Drew, what?
When I said if someone rents a big-ass suite. I don't think Drew's in here, or I would have called him out.
Well, now he's going to feel... No, I'm just kidding. Say, he's going to feel pressured. He'll be all right. Devin wants to Airbnb a barn, and then we'll all just bring sleeping bags. Or what about a barn, a farmhouse? Yeah, gotcha. What about a whole floor? Maybe. I mean, that's a lot of people. Potentially. I don't know. Nothing's out of the question, I guess. I just really if I feel like I can't actually spend time talking to everybody, I feel like maybe you would leave thinking, was that worth it? I don't know. Also, for my own sanity, more than 24 people is a lot.
Yeah, it is. But
Chad wants it to be bigger.
well, we were actually talking about this today. I said eventually I would love it for us to have a meetup where we could just open it up to everyone in Patreon and say, if you're able to come and, spend whatever it is on the ticket, then
Right.
all is welcome because we have the room. And, and hopefully eventually we will be
Right.
able to do that. But
That's
not going to be 2021.
not all patrons would come to that, but even if 200 of them showed up, we just went from me being able to plan this, like, just me to, like, this being my full-time job for a few months planning this, which is, it's a little intimidating for
Sure.
me. But I don't know. If that's what the people want, I guess I want to give you guys what you want. I don't know. We'll see. It's to be decided. But either way, I don't think I'm ready to commit to that for November.
No.
Just because
No.
because we're so busy mid-August through basically December, we got festivals, holidays. Black Friday is big. So, like, basically all my stuff for Q4, we call it Q4 in the biz, has to be done before mid-August.
Yeah.
So, pretty much all the planning will need to be done, and we got to figure out, if we want to get you guys any Christmas presents or whatever. Got to make our Christmas list for you.
Yeah. We got to decide whose house we're going to for Christmas, which side of the family.
Right?
Yeah, all that stuff. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Anyways.
Yeah.
It'll be good though. Whatever we do, I think it'll be nice. I wish I could bring everybody.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot of us just thinking out loud.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But,
But your guys are like the round table, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to hear this. Jason says, gotta appreciate how much thought Sarah's put into this. This is what I think about when I can't sleep at 1 a.m. Where can I take them?
Oh, man. Yeah.
And since he already I spilled the beans. Anyone who has Google can figure out what I was talking about. But about Pin and Proof. You can only fit so many people in there. So it's
Right.
like if we rented it out, or you can rent out like that back section, and there's only 2 lanes, so then you can't fit more than like 25 people in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I want it to be, I don't know. All the things I want to do require a smaller group.
And, I think anyone who's been to a meetup, likes the smaller group,
Well, we've only done one. Right?
No.
No, we did here for the booze.
Well,
we
in Kentucky,
we did.
There's Nickel City.
True. I mean, but yeah, those are like mini meetups.
Those are mini meetups that were attached to other events.
But
sort
still.
of like Bar 8 was this
Mini
last
meetup.
weekend. Yeah. Dedicated meetup. That is true. Just one, and then 2020 happened. So.
Yeah, we were planning basically everything. Not everything. I changed some of my plans, but most of what I want to do for this fall is based on the plans that I had for last June that obviously didn't get to happen. So. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have some new ideas that I think will be great, and we'd love to get you guys more behind the scenes special access to distilleries and or like have a distillery or a representative come speak and give us something special wherever. But again, I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Gotta
logistics, folks.
You guys don't want to hear about the logistics. You guys just want to know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. I just want to know what we're doing.
Steve, yes, Nickel City and Austin. That is where we had our meetup.
That was the very first
last year.
Yeah, the very first meetup. That was
We've done it for 2 years.
2018.
2018.
Yeah, and then we did it again in 2019.
Didn't
and
get to
there
do
was
it
no
last year.
2020.
And if we
In
go
general, there's
again
no
this
2020.
year, I'm sure we would do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So.
Well, we've done our Elijah Craig.
Any more questions about the
talked
Elijah Craig?
about-
Well, we still have 43 of you here.
Yeah.
Any more questions about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we covered the Elijah Craig. We've kind of talked about tonight. If you guys want to take a break for an hour, maybe catch up on some TV and join us again at 10.
Yeah. Again, that'll be over at ADHD Whiskey his channel, Matt Porter.
who we got to hang out with this weekend.
Got to meet him for the first time, and he's so sweet.
A lovely man.
Yeah, he's really, really, really cool.
A good one. He's a good one.
I enjoy him.
Patience of a saint.
Yes. So, yeah.
Yeah. We talked about that. We talked about meetups. We talked about future barrel picks. Again, with all those future ones, you guys will get the same, opportunity because you're patrons. You guys will hear about them first, get first access.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, this counts as another round. Since today was a cocktail episode, really didn't have anything to say on another round.
Nothing to add.
So this and Matt Porter's is counting.
It's tonight's
content. Another round.
Yes, that's tonight's content.
Yeah. But, I think that's kind of what our Patreon, which has also been around since 2018, is sort of morphing into, is sort of like a single barrel club, like a lot of the others out there, and the extra content type of thing, and hopefully everyone is cool with that.
Well, actually, I'm glad that you brought that up, Chad, because I think the way the tiers are currently listed, and it's on our to-do list to zhuzh up the wording for each tier, because I think they're a little outdated in that they don't actually represent exactly what you get, especially like the higher up ones.
Right.
It's not exactly 100% accurate.
Correct.
We've subbed in more content of a different type than what's listed, and the barrel picks aren't mentioned, so we're also trying to we have a few ideas of ways to make y'all feel even more special that we're working on. Again, just recently moved some things around in our life so that we can dedicate more time to you, because you deserve it and we want to.
Mm-hmm.
So look out for that. Don't be surprised if you see a description change. Know that you'll still get what you get now. We're just trying to make it more of an accurate representation and see what else we can sneak in there for you.
So this is basically also turned into a state of the Patreon address.
Look at that.
Yeah. So there you go. That's cool.
Let's see. We did have a couple of questions.
Yes.
Brian said, "Did you hear that the Bastard's Ball is on Sunday now?" I did not know that.
On a Sunday?
I didn't know that. We have yet to receive info, so we're awaiting info on this year's doings, shenanigans.
I actually emailed those bastards today.
So maybe we'll find out soon. But yeah.
And Shared Pour does ship to Texas.
Yay!
Awesome.
That's awesome. Vito wants to know the ETA on the Knob Creek Rye.
Should be soon-ish, but we haven't heard. But I mean, we picked it.
But I think they said it was going to be 3 months from when we picked it. I think we picked that one in February.
It was fairly
Maybe it was late February?
It's fairly soon after this.
That's what I thought.
There was probably about 3 or 4 weeks in between.
My guess would be late May, if you ask me, because I think we picked it in mid to late February.
Yeah. I know
we'll keep you guys updated as we get
very first
a date.
Full-fledged IBN pick, which was the Knob Creek Mash Made in Heaven single barrel, took.
Didn't that take 9 months?
8 or 9.
Somewhere between 6 and 9 months.
We picked it April 1st. Okay, we picked it April Fool's Day, April 1st, and we wanted to have it at our wedding bar, which was September 21st.
I was like, let's see if he gets it, folks. He did. He had to think about it for
September 21st, 9/21/19. And it came in like a day, literally.
Like the day before our wedding.
I was making calls. I was like, hey, this is Chad Perkins. I'm from a little channel. You might know it's called
He would
Bourbon
never.
Night.
I would never let him do that.
Well, they go, like in Guardians of the Galaxy. Who? Star-Lord, man. Come on. Star-Lord. But I don't think my phone call helped at all. But yeah, it showed up a day before our wedding, and so from April to September 21st, however many months that is. It took that long.
5.
It's 5. Okay, so not 9.
Well, 5.5 technically.
5.5. Yeah, the beginning of April to almost the end of September.
Yeah, but.
And we were told it'll be 3 months.
So we think it should be soon, but we don't know. I mean, it's up at we'll see if we can find out more info and keep you guys up to date.
Yeah.
Let's see. Todd said, "I love feeling special, Manis and Petties, as part of the Patreon revamp." I don't think we can get you that.
For a meetup, though.
But I think him and John
For a meetup, we'll all go to a spa. We'll get some mani-pedis.
Ooh, I don't like it I mean, I like having my toenails painted, but I don't like when people touch my feet. It tickles so much when they use a scrubby thing. Like, I literally can't sit still, and they get so annoyed with me.
Can't say I've had one.
Fully understand why. Because
Now, massages. Yes.
Chad would be down for that.
Yes.
That's what we should do. We should bring one of those people who bring that portable chair where you, like, kneel in it
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Like the
and
mall
they can
guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
Totally.
fun. Oh, you're getting us in
And
over our heads.
Then you have your little head thing to where you can still drink.
You just get a straw.
Well, have you ever tried to drink whiskey through a straw?
Hot. It's not
a
pleasant.
good experience. Oh,
Nope.
man.
Nope.
Ooh, we had to do that on a shoot one time, and it was for a shot, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I was like, no, I see why people don't do this.
It's just like laser bourbon right to your throat.
Yeah. Not a good bourbon delivery system.
They like the idea of steam baths, massages, mani-pedis, mimosas.
Okay.
I can't do champagne.
Maybe we could
Champagne makes me feel lovely, and then it makes me feel sick.
Right.
Like, I feel literally bubbly.
Maybe we could just go to a cooperage and stand by them firing the barrels. And we're like, that's a sauna.
I think we lost some people with the massage talk. And maybe it was the feet talk.
Still 38.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad of a tangent, right? We've got on worse tangents.
Yeah, I feel like it. I don't know what to do. Keep
About
drinking or stop drinking for tonight. Not in general.
Stop.
I mean, yeah, okay.
I mean, you do you.
I think I should have
Okay, I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Clifton, are you still in here? What are you going to do?
Don't ask him. Mike said, jumped on here late. Can I catch the order info on the replay? You can. And just a quick reminder, we will send out an email to patrons by tiers. It will not be a Patreon message. It will be an email to the email that we have on file for you in Patreon.
It'll start tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow, it will go by tier. So if you don't get one tomorrow and I don't know what tier you are, but I would imagine tier 1 and 2 will go out tomorrow, and then 3 and 4 will probably go out on Sunday, and so on and so forth. We will also make a post in Patreon letting each tier know when they should have received the email, so you can check your junk mail, you can check your spam folder, but we recommend that you set itsbourbonnight@gmail.com as like a approved sender or whatever.
Oh, also, sorry. I'm having like runny nose right now.
That's disgusting.
I know. Well, shouldn't have been out in the garage today. If
Sorry.
I lose, it's
He's
because
gonna
I
blame
was
it on
out in the garage.
I made him get outside and prep for our yard sale. That's
right.
We're having next week. There will be no bourbon in it. Don't worry.
Very, very little bourbon. Oh yeah, the email that you used when you signed up for Patreon, make sure that is a legit email that you use, not my junk email 12345@gmail.com. Make sure it's one that you actually regularly check. If it's not, please go in and update it, because the only email address that we have to go by is what is in your Patreon profile.
Yeah, so you can just go into your profile,
make sure
update your email. Don't send us a message saying, can I update my email to XYZ? Because
you do it.
I actually don't know that we can do that. I don't know that we can edit patrons' profiles, so just letting you know. Also, if I get 50 emails like that, or 50 messages like that, I won't know what to do tomorrow.
Yeah, you should be able to just go to your profile and change your contact information, or, all of that jazz. So... yeah.
So there you go.
There you go.
And we'll put a link to this video in the email, and so you'll have everything all in one place. It's also posted to Patreon, so you can watch the replay there if you like. Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness. I feel like we've talked a lot. We've been on here for an hour.
Yeah.
Gosh, this is the same as our normal lives. Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, we've also rambled a lot, too, though. But I feel like it is time to... Brian, don't give me your sass.
I was reading Vito. Continue to really slowly drink the Elijah Craig until it's time? Question mark? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll get a really long straw.
Oh, jeez.
What if my junk email 12345
is my real email?
It's your real email.
Hey, as long as you check it.
No, I know your email is brianbranicky@gmail.com. Lots of B's. Lots of B and R's.
Yeah. Tom W says, Team Perkins for tonight. We appreciate the support.
Screw you, Clifton.
No, like I said, I just want to have fun and hang out with my friends. I mean, who doesn't want to win? But, like, I'm also not that type of person. When I play games, I'm not like, I have to win. I'm not very competitive.
That's the same password as my luggage. The
only time I get competitive...
there it is, Pat. Yep.
Jeez. I'm not a competitive person, but if Chad starts being like, how do you like that? When we play games, like...
And that's why I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, because I don't like that. Like, I don't
that's why
tease
she
that way. I don't
insists
like
we
it.
play Catan, because I have never won Catan, and Sarah very often. Or Catan, sorry.
I say Catan.
I don't know where you fall on the Catan, Pam thing. I think I can weigh in on this Pam thing.
Yeah. I don't like to be taunted like that. It makes me angry. I think it's childish. I'm like, okay, I'm being nice, and I'm not. I don't like it.
I don't think ADHD Whiskey is going to have his hands full. Not like 2 weeks ago.
We're gonna be good.
That was a handful.
We're gonna be good. Like I said, he has the patience of a saint. I'm gonna be real good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is my Winter Soldier activation words. No, love the reference.
Yeah.
Love it.
I was trying to remember some of the words.
We haven't watched today's episode yet. Perry said he was going to destroy me when they were at...
It's over.
Oh, wait, it ended?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the last episode. Sorry, I've had a lot of whiskey since then.
It's over.
Wait, no, when did we watch that? I don't even know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Anyways, Perry said he's going to destroy me. Interesting. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Oh, Brian said, I'm kidding. He was very humble. Yeah, everyone kept saying,
under his breath.
Well, everyone kept saying, like, oh, Sarah's going to destroy you, Perry. Sorry. And I'm like, wait, where did this come from? Since when?
You're a bourbon badass.
When did I get... But where did that come from? Like, I've never won anything
Let's review
before.
the tape of the past 5 years. I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
We did come in second at a local bourbon tasting.
Yeah, that's true. But that was local.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, these are other people who drink a lot. They taste a lot. Mm-hmm. You know.
That was the Big Bourbon Blind in Lexington.
That was fun. I hope they do that again, but I don't think they will. That was 2019.
Yeah.
Sigh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is hard to root against Perry, Tony.
But you can and you should.
No.
Don't root against him. Just root for us.
I'm a little nervous just because I feel like if my nose, again, we were outside today, I ate something spicy for dinner and I shouldn't have done that. So I feel like if for some, I'm not giving excuses, but I'm just saying, like, if I were to lose, I don't know. I feel like there's like a little, based on what Perry's been talking, I'm like, don't put that spotlight on me. Now I'll be ashamed of myself. I just want to have fun.
That's okay if, well, unfortunately you don't get the results until the very end, but, if things go south, just act really drunk.
But I'm not.
Just channel.
Okay.
Channel your inner grease.
Thanks, you guys.
Dadgummit! Dadgummit!
I'm not going to do that.
Frickin' dadgummit!
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
But thanks for the tip.
Okay.
And thanks for being so kind, you guys. We look forward to seeing you over there in an hour. Let's...
A little less than an hour.
Let's go hop off and... I don't know what we're going to do for an hour.
I'm going to go punch...
Chad's going to go stretch.
Punch the wall.
I just want to dance.
I'm going to dance it out. Not Footloose. Footloose, right? Where he dances... Is that in Footloose?
There is dancing in Footloose.
Well, I know that. But he goes and he dances out his emotions, like in that warehouse. Is that
That's
Footloose?
Footloose.
Okay.
Okay. That's enough.
For a second, I thought there wasn't any dancing in Footloose.
Oh, well, do you want to go watch that scene? Okay, let's go do that. Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Good chatting with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, look for the email on this. Bad boy. Very excited about it.
Check your email just make sure your email is the right email that you have listed.
Yes.
Yeah. And, yeah.
All right. See ya
All
at
right.
10 or whenever.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye, guys.